All right.
All right.
That's me.
Oh.
Wasn't this neat?
Look at what, and now that he's got the live feed, he's like, oops, I cut to me right away.
Very, very sneaky.
Hello, everybody. Get scared.
Great job.
Sorry,
Nailed
we're
it.
not
We
walking.
kind of nailed it, but not
job.
really. It's fine.
We're not going to be nailing a lot today because this is our first inaugural. I've got a jelly bean in my throat.
All right.
I've
Premiere.
got a jelly bean. in
Well,
my
already
throat.
off to a great start here.
This is our inaugural live Get Scared
That's correct.
podcast.
Live stream.
It's actually our inaugural live podcast, just in general.
This is our first live thing. This is live on WatcherTV. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in for this. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for being here with us on WatcherTV.
On a Friday night, no less.
Yeah, this is fun. We usually record these in the morning. We're all groggy. Ryan rolls in here going,
That's exactly how I sound. Yeah.
so it's fun to be here on a Friday night.
I'm like first act Carl from Up.
We hope to be doing more of these in the future. This is a feature that was just recently rolled out.
This is fun. This feels kind of like a Muppet Telethon
A little
in a
bit.
weird way. Because we have Meredith and Sam here on the side. They're going to be helping, gather all of your guys' questions. So it does just kind of feel like we're working the phones right now.
In the
which is
future,
nice.
we should get Ethan doing a live
a live
on the
DJ.
ones and
DJ.
twos.
Okay.
By the way, check out his EP just dropped today, Ramos
It's
World.
Ramos World on Spotify. Ethan, one of our editors, just also
It's
a
excellent,
very
by the
talented
way.
musician.
We're not just promoting.
He very
his
sheepishly
music.
did he even tell us
He's
that?
just
He
talented
didn't
when he
even
has
tell
a
it.
computer in
I
front
think
of him.
Sam jumped in and shared it.
So what are we going to do today on this live show? Well, we're going to be doing a few things.
Run down the agenda. What's the syllabus?
We're getting our sea legs with live. Obviously, we hope to do more of these, but we're going to like kind of experiment with some stuff.
Okay.
Should we introduce ourselves first?
So why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi.
What's your name, Shane?
my name's Shane.
Hey. That's Shane.
And I'm Ryan.
That's
That Ryan. And this Steven. Hello.
And over there on the ones and twos, Madej Real.
Or
Wait, where's my camera's normally over there.
Oh, yeah.
poor
He's got
mustache
the
man.
webcam.
Hello.
Poor mustache man.
Poor mustache man.
Yes.
Keeping things going here.
We got a lot to cover today. We're going to be, it's a big week for the Ghoul Boys here.
Oh boy.
We're on network
GBs.
television.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to be talking a little bit about our appearance on ABC's The Rookie.
One of
was
the biggest shows out there right
A
now.
crossover event for the ages.
That's right.
They call it a guest appearance.
It's a crossover
Well,
event
people
for
are
the
saying
ages.
people are saying that it's not necessarily.
You can't call it a crossover.
It is a crossover.
I mean, it's a
Unless they cross
crossover.
into
It's a
our
crossover.
world.
It's a
They're not on our
crossover because
stuff.
we are Ghost Files is in the universe now of the Rookie.
And
It's
I-
canon.
I got a free trial to Hulu last night to watch it and prepare for this conversation today. It's technically a special appearance. I took a photo of it.
A
special
special
appearance
appearance.
It's a
by
crossover
Ryan and
event,
Shane
and
Madej.
I
Well, that's
imagine-
what they listed as. They wouldn't say and a special appearance in a crossover
Yeah,
event.
that's too much. That's too much copy. And I imagine now that you did that free trial after watching the ep, you're going to convert.
You're
you
gonna
know what I'm
convert.
talking about?
We're also going to be playing a little game of Werewolf here,
Oh boy, that's going to be very stressful.
in which you, the audience, may be asked to participate via poll to
Mhm.
guess who is
the werewolf.
being the nasty.
Who's the werewolf?
Ooh.
Uh,
Are we going to share the results of this poll live?
Yeah,
In Whoa.
What, you think
That's
we're
cool.
gonna be like, all right, go to bed, everybody. We're gonna be tabulating this. We should mention this is
Fair
gonna be
enough.
running till 5 a.m.
That's right.
Yeah, it is a telethon.
Yes.
Wait, should we do that one? Do a 24-hour podcast?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think we should do that.
unless it was for a very, maybe for a good cause or something.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. All right.
This is not a good cause.
Right. This is
Um,
scary cause.
we may be attempting to do an Estes method here.
That's right. Some live ghost hunting.
Ryan, do you believe this studio to be haunted?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Certain
Rooms
certain rooms sure.
have an air to them.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that what you'd say?
Central air.
Oh boy.
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
very
no, I-
good.
I-
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
We have,
Thank you.
I know the old
I don't know what I
office
have
had
here.
you don't
vibes.
have I was hoping for some canned laughter, but good
Yeah,
joke
I don't
is
have
good
that.
too.
What about a
That's
monster
really
saying
funny.
good joke?
That's pretty good.
That sounds good. That also works as well. And then we're also going to be doing some mail,
We'll do some mail time.
some Q&A.
And I want everyone to be paying, what is it, Matt?
live
Oh,
mail.
I was going to say the mail.
It's
Today's mailbag comes from the people who are here right now.
That's right.
From
live
you.
mail.
Yeah.
Unless you're listening to this Monday morning or watching this on
That's
YouTube.
right. That's right.
At which point this has already happened. But if you'd like to join us for future lives, head on over to WatcherTV.com. Great. At the end of this episode, we will be voting. You will be voting on who receives.
Do we get a vote too?
which of the room?
I don't think we do.
No,
get it.
we
Okay,
do
so
not.
The people.
A witch off.
A witch off.
I think I won that one.
If it feels like we've got some contentious vibes here, we might do a check halfway through.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
not.
true.
To just get a
Half
finger on the
witch?
pulse. Half witch.
Man,
Nice.
you're on one today.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm vying for that Witch of the Room title at the end of this.
I think you're winning
Far
us
away from
over.
it, yeah.
Yeah. You're the what's the opposite of witch?
Oh,
Sorry
I know.
to
The
ask a question like that nobody has
Wizard?
an answer ready for.
Wizard of the room, perhaps.
Wizard.
No, they're not opposites. They're just friends, I think.
Yeah. Elfie. That's a
Well,
witch.
hey,
And
we're
Wicked.
going to be keeping an eye on the chat. We're going to be throwing out some polls, but otherwise, this is a live podcast. We're having fun here.
We're just hanging out.
So as this is a podcast episode, let's hit our announcements that we do every week. This week on YouTube begins an exciting 2-part episode of Are You Scared?
That's right. It's an old-timey part 2.
Old-timey.
Part 1 and part 2, rather.
That's right. And then May 16th on YouTube, season 4 of Ghost Files
That's
premiering.
right.
Very exciting. Now over on Watcher TV, this week we have a brand new episode of Ghost Files. Season 4, episode 2, we visit Clayton House.
That's right. A nice little southern manor.
Truly one of the most beautiful houses I've ever seen.
Very, very nice. Used as a Civil War hospital back
Where
in the
was
day.
it?
It was in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Mm.
And the week after that, on May 9th, as we said, we've been experimenting with live. We're going to be trying some new live things. On Watcher TV on May 9th, we're going to be doing our first live Ghost Files debrief.
Yes, we are. That is going to be
Yes.
something that we are.
Ryan looked like he didn't know about it.
Finding out for the first time.
We did just record a debrief, which you guys already saw, but we are going to be experimenting with live debriefs for you guys over here on Watcher TV, and that's going to be very good to get your guys' input live
Yeah.
on all the ghouls.
Lots
We
of
thought about maybe
lives.
putting up a poll that's like, do you think this place was haunted?
I thought about it. Yeah,
Maybe.
and we
Maybe
could
we
decide
should.
once and for all if that location was haunted.
Well,
Are you
who
guys gonna
knows?
do the thing where you like call friends to vote, like to help you get your what? Because this is a Bergara versus Shaniak off.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
guess it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you gonna call your friends and be like, "Hey, can you just help me tilt the polls one way?"
Yeah, I'm going to be calling
like we
hundreds
do
and
with-
hundreds of people.
Well, it makes sense because he needs the help.
I need the help.
He does need that help.
I need that help.
He's struggling over there.
Yeah.
Especially after that first episode.
Shut up.
You know that was compelling. That
Unbelievable.
tickled you, and you laughed.
Do you guys know the demo of Bergara versus Shaniak viewers?
No,
I think it's pretty down the
Is
middle.
it down the middle?
It's pretty
Okay.
down the middle, yeah.
That makes sense.
But I think after that first episode, maybe we might be seeing a shift.
I wrote all my notes on here that I just read off of the screen. I just like to have a clipboard. Maybe
Love
I'll take
that.
notes during this episode.
The only thing that's written on your little clipboard there is "Don't be nervous." So how are we going to start this off? Should we talk some rookie?
Well, this is a fun way to start this off. For Fritz, let's get a birthday shout out.
Hey,
Fritz's birthday.
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Fritz.
Happy birthday was yesterday. It's belated, but that's not our fault. We didn't really know about it.
Okay, we'll start a countdown. What are we at? 364?
A reverse countdown? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
A count up.
Fritz, it's not your birthday anymore.
We missed
Stolen valor. How dare you?
It's not really what I thought we were going to do.
Do we want to talk about the rookie? I guess we haven't really talked about it.
Well, I have some questions for
Yeah, that's
y'all.
right, Steven. You actually did
you had some
download a free
questions.
trial.
So you watched it yesterday to prepare
yes.
some questions.
I literally did the thing. So if you guys remember, Ryan actually watched Travel Season back in the day and did
I
a
did.
roundtable with me.
I did do that.
And
I'm
I did a
flipping the-
round table with Ryan after he did his Ghost Files alone, and people said
True.
I was a very good interviewer.
Okay. all right.
You were okay.
No, people said I was very good.
But I wanted to ask some questions that I had after watching the episode. And I thought about what the viewers also were probably thinking as well.
Mhm.
So let's get to this. First of all, incredible work, y'all. Well done.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Unbelievable
Wow,
You're
acting.
a really good interviewer.
That's very good.
I thought Ryan was really on point with your facial expressions. Shane, you really were acting because there were times when you acted scared, even though you were more scared in the show than I've ever seen you in real life.
Yeah, I had to be afraid.
Did they
Do you mean you had to get scared?
you?
I had to get scared.
Well, so this is my first question. How close do you feel like the writing represents you guys' real life personalities?
That was interesting, I guess, because we were playing ourselves. So
yeah, that was a thrill.
What was it like for you downloading the history? Because you don't typically do that on Ghost Files.
It was fine. It was kind of fun. It made me almost wish I did that a little more on Ghost Files.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a thing I can do.
Maybe you
in the
should be
future. I
doing
don't know.
that. Yeah, because you actually seem to enjoy that.
Maybe I'll do that when we do Alone.
That's true. We are doing a version of Alone with the two of us.
You've mentioned that already, haven't you?
I have.
Okay.
That shouldn't be
This is
news.
breaking news.
Are you gonna is there anything we're gonna kind of Tom Holland style drop today?
I mean,
Accidentally?
I
You see
have
this
been,
next one. They all die.
that's Ruffalo though. I've been called the Tom Holland of Watcher.
Is that when Don Gino goes
No.
My favorite part is he's like, it's your career.
Yeah, he goes, not everyone.
Your career.
I think the writers of the show did a great job of kind of, because previously we were 2020 we were on SWAT, and on SWAT we were playing, of course, Eric and Ira.
That's right. Watching them
was
put
I
that kid
Ira?
in that car.
Was I Ira?
I believe
Putting
you
that
were.
kid in another car.
I think you were Ira.
And I was not a skeptic on that. Really, I was like, we were both equally sort of conspiracy theory YouTube people.
Sure.
But in this one, they let me be me.
Yeah.
And they did a pretty good job of it. They took
Well,
cuffs
the
off
only
you.
thing about it was you seemed very serious about ghost hunting on the
Yeah,
Rookie,
there was a part
which
where I was like, "Hey, we got some really great evidence here." I'm not gonna be like, I really wouldn't say that. I'd probably say this is all bullshit.
You know what? Actually, though, I think you used that as an opportunity to get that out of you because you often want to say that.
Yeah,
but
I
then you don't-
always
you don't
want to say,
to disappoint your
this
camp.
is really good evidence.
And now you finally could release the demon.
Was it hard to say that in the show? Because
don't think it
that
was
is
hard to
not
say
something
that.
that you would say.
It came from the heart.
When you're acting,
No, that wasn't acting.
No, it wasn't hard. It was really fun. We had a great time there. I think they had wanted to shoot for a couple days, 2 or 3 days, to
did.
kind of space it out a bit. But because Ryan, you were gone
I was.
on a trip, and it was right before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So I was going to be leaving to go visit family for Thanksgiving. And as it happened, our schedules, Ryan and my schedules, were overlapped to the point where it was impossible to shoot.
Yes.
And we were like, oh, this seems really fun. I don't think this will work. And we were really bummed. But Ryan, did you got back and basically landed and came to the shoot.
Exactly.
And I
landed
bumped
from
my
Japan.
travel day for Thanksgiving, and I apologized to my mother-in-law. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be a little late to Thanksgiving. I'm going to be on the Rookie. And
I
she
got to
was
talk
like,
to Nathan
"That's okay."
Fillion.
Yeah. So they squeezed it all into one very long day.
Whoa.
And it was fun.
But it was really fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was at a big old abandoned hospital.
Which apparently is haunted. And
It looked very much like a Ghost Files place to shoot.
I think it was like an old hospital that has like huge acreage. It's like out in the out East Valley,
I think it was like Whittier or
Yeah.
something like that.
really far out there. And it's a huge property with a ton of buildings. And they basically just use it to shoot a bunch of TV shows there.
Yeah. This leads me to my next question, which is in the show, Selena, is that her name in the show? Selena Juarez?
Yeah.
Officer
She's a
Juarez.
fan of Ghost Files.
That's right.
Do you
In the
know
show.
if she was a fan in real life?
No.
No, absolutely. Well, I don't know. I'm going to assume not. She was incredibly nice. They did lay it in like 2 weeks prior to that in the episode. They're watching Ghost Files.
Yeah.
You barely see it's just on a television for a quick flash. And someone slacked us after that episode here at Watcher, and they were like, "Oh, is that your episode?" Which would have been very funny.
It was just a clip of you guys.
It was a clip where Ryan was on a television for 1 second. It would have been very funny if we had been hyping that up.
I actually forget what episode it was that was on the TV, but that
It
was a fun
2 weeks
little Easter
before
egg.
this
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
It was
Well-
a fun way to seed it.
Well, who was a fan of the show?
I think it was the escape room episode.
Oh yes, Dare to Escape. You're right.
to
It was
Escape.
Dare to Escape. Yeah.
But yeah, who was a fan of Ghost Files and how did that come about? Because somebody was.
I believe it was the showrunner's kids.
Alexi Hawley's children.
Okay.
Alexi Hawley's.
I heard
children.
one of the writers actually was a big fan.
That would scan because they did a good job of writing to Ghost Files, unless they just did all their research. Which
I mean, the coolest thing about the episode for me wasn't even seeing Shane and I in The Rookie. It was seeing the Ghost Files official assets.
Yeah, what was that
television.
like?
That was so cool.
That was crazy to see the Spirit Box Explainer.
The Spirit Box Explainer, the Ghost Files title sequence, our lower thirds, all
Mark
that stuff that
Celestino
like
voice.
we worked around, as a team here to build. That was amazing to see. And I actually wonder for the Rookie fan base that doesn't even know Ghost Files exists. I wonder if they were like, wait, is this a real show or is this a show that they made up in the universe of the Rookie? I'm curious what the fallout and the trickle down of that will be, of people just discovering like, wait, this thing that was in this episode is actually a real thing, and these are two real guys.
Yeah.
Were they playing themselves, or were they?
If it
It is
went
such a
over
weird
well,
concept to play the nonfiction version of yourself in a fictional show.
I'm saying like on Puppet History, it's very funny to have died. Well, right, you're dead too now.
I'm so dead.
I hope maybe they'll bring us back to the Rookie
Dead as
next
hell.
year and kill us. That's the ideal.
Dude, that would have been cool if there was an alternate cut where Nathan Fillion goes in and then I do that little scream I do with the helmet on and then he just shoots me.
For this last season of Puppet History, when I get shot in the alleyway,
Like a dog.
That was originally written as this scene where I was supposed to be like a greaser wearing like a tank top.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know. I had this, and it was originally written that way before I was like a couple weeks before the shoot. I was like, this is gonna be too hard to shoot because I wanted to be wearing like a white tank top and like out in the alleyway being like
Like a Dominic Toretto tank top?
beating the shit out of the algorithm computer with a baseball bat and being
see.
like, what do we got here? And then I was gonna get shot by the horse, and I wanted to do squibs, like homemade
see.
squibs.
I see.
Mm.
And then
They
I was
used
like,
those in the Waterworld show.
yeah, and then I just pivoted to being a strange old man who gets shot and without squibs. You know,
How
shot from
I know
distance.
this isn't an interview about Puppet History, but how far out did you have the season mapped out? Did you have like note cards on like a big board, like a cork board?
I don't use note cards. I should, but I did have like all the different elements kind of plotted
see,
out, and then I'm
I
like,
see.
what can I? Every season starts out with like, here's 40 ideas what I can include in the plot, and how can I make 15 of these work together in a way that makes.
I had one last question.
One last question.
Okay, one more.
Which is, people talk about this show and how like the cast love each other, and like I'm curious what it was like working with the cast, Nathan Fillion, like all the people there. What was it like meeting them and working with them?
It's cool because like it's like you said, it's a group of people that really like working with each other. You can't have a show that's been running that many seasons without liking each other. And it did feel kind of like we were walking into like a family unit, and to just be a part of that was really cool for me. To just kind of be a cog in the machine over there. It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
I had a great time.
And everyone was
Yeah.
very nice.
Very
and,
welcoming, very nice.
and welcoming because
Damn, I was hoping for some drama.
No, they were incredibly welcoming. You could expect that they were like, who are these YouTube ding dongs that are coming over here?
Yeah. Well, by the way, you guys
Did
in
we?
the show. Yeah. No, if it wasn't for you guys.
Spoilers.
Oh my God. Sorry. I am so sorry. It just,
I don't even think that's true.
that's not true.
No, I mean, I genuinely don't think
It's not-
that's true.
it's not true.
I watched
Nothing-
it.
I
I
mean,
was like,
we
"Whoa."
help.
There is one thing in the episode that I wish they would have kept it in. There was I think that whole scene, that little line, there was a part where Nathan Fillion shows us like the 666 on the door, and he's like, come take a look at this.
Forgot
Yeah.
about that.
And I had the helmet on, and just like in real life when we wear the real helmet, it's incredibly disorienting wearing that. You don't have a lot of spatial awareness. And I already don't have spatial awareness because of ADHD, but when leaving the doorway, bumped my head like pretty hard on the doorway. And I tried to stay in character, and I just looked at Nathan Fillion and was just like, I'm sorry. And he thought that was the funniest thing on earth, and I wish they would have kept it in because making him laugh was like one of the greatest joys of my life because I've been a fan of him since Firefly and Serenity and all that stuff. So That was just cool to.
And who could forget Slither?
And Slither also great.
Yeah.
That's a James Gunn joint, right?
It is.
Yeah, that's a good time as well.
I also wanted to shout out the director, Ashley Williams, of that episode.
That's right.
Who I saw her name on the call sheet and I was like, I don't think that's the actor Ashley Williams. It was. She knocked on her trailer in the morning. She was like, "Hey guys," and I was like, "Oh, she was on How I Met Your Mother for quite a bit. Recurring character on How I Met Your Mother."
I have a question here.
Okay.
Question from the audience.
Oh, this is fun.
Okay. A live mail time.
Yes. It was timely.
Okay.
If you could be, this is from Lily. If you could choose to be on any other show on TV right now, which would you choose?
Let's see. What show would be a good one? As a similar thing where Ghost Files is like intersecting with this kind of
It doesn't
world.
have to be Ghost Files, I don't think.
I think that'd be fun though, because that's like the most fun to imagine. Like, what show would be the funniest if
Ghost Files on Dateline.
That would be bad.
But what if they, I don't know.
Let me think about that really quick. Of what's
it's
actually?
live.
Oh no, I'm thinking about it. Like, what would actually?
It's live.
What's on Andor? Would it make sense? No, that would be
You're
weird.
just going by the most recent TV you
Last
heard
of Us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else there would be. That's The Pit. We could be on The Pit.
We could be on The Pit. That we show up on The Pit and we're in it the entire season because we're doing an investigation. Are people watching The Pit? You should be.
No, what if this is The Pit? You
pitch me The Pit.
Well, you know how they have like a new person that usually enters with a new ailment every episode?
Oh!
Shane, you have blood squirting out of your leg and I'm wheeling you in. They're like, what happened? And I was like,
I got bit by a ghost.
He got bit by a Slimer, a stage 10 ghoul.
No, I wouldn't get bit by a Slimer. I'd get bit by a Muncher.
A stage 10 ghoul just bit him in the leg.
Why do you never acknowledge Muncher?
Keep pressure on it.
Josh Gad is Muncher.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay. And maybe that.
And Josh Gad is Muncher.
And then we like see you bleed out.
And I die.
And you die.
You see
in my arms. In my arms.
My pale blue face.
And I'm covered in your blood.
That's good.
And after I'm just like looking at my hands like, I don't know.
And then you close my eyes and then without looking, you just bring up your spirit box. and you get to work.
Or what if I have a very emotional moment before that where I'm like, wake up, Shane. Come on, wake up. I know you're there. Come on, wake up. Wake up. I got something for you.
Yeah.
And that'd be really good.
Maybe.
I like that.
Hey, this is a great interview, Stephen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Great interview.
Hey, great work on the episode. Seriously. And hey, shout out to the rookie for
thank you for having us
putting
on.
these guys
that was
on there.
Great time.
We didn't deserve it. So
It was a lot
thank
of
you.
fun.
No, you guys did. Absolutely. You guys have worked hard.
If I can spring something on Meredith over there, is there last week a lot of people had thoughts about our hot dog conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was very funny that we said, okay, we're going to be switching to Get Scared. Don't worry. It's not going to change much. And a lot of people were like, I don't know, guys. I'm not ready for this. And then we spent 20 minutes talking about hot dogs. And also, so many of the comments were just people giving their opinions about hot dogs.
I would say that 90% of the comments were about hot dogs.
90%.
As they should be. Because a hot dog should be defined by a weenie in a bun.
It depends on, and now I'm learning it depends on the regional.
Frank.
Well, here's what the thing is. It's yes, we always ask for Squad Watcher or the Dirty Worms. Is that what they're called?
The Dirty Worms.
The dirty way.
Well, they can vote, can't they?
Oh, that's true. Well, I think some people like saying some things and some people like saying other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Squad Watcher, I'm Dirty Worms, I'm Scaredy Cat, whatever it is.
Okay.
We have a great opportunity to ask in real time.
Yeah.
Does a hot dog count if it is bunless
Now that is
or
good.
not?
Now, see, this is what we
It
should
should
not
not
count.
Are we getting a poll up?
We're going to get a poll up
Oh,
right
heck,
now.
can I-
Just picture, if you will,
You can
somebody holding
I wanna
just
vote.
a raw wiener in their hand.
And I want to
and
say,
you're just doing that without the bun. That's not a hot dog.
I want to say that this is the context of this map primarily for whether it should count toward the hot dog tally,
the tally.
or are you
Yes,
saying
yeah. This
okay.
is mostly, they're driving the tally.
No?
Vote. The poll is up. We got, thank you so much, Meredith. Does a hot dog without a bun count for the tally?
Bunless counts.
How long are we going to leave the poll open?
Dude.
Oh, we'll leave it open for another, until we stop talking about it.
No, but like, okay, imagine if you're eating.
Make your case, Stephen.
If you're at In-N-Out and you get
They don't have hot dogs. do they?
protein style burger.
Yeah. What was
You
that?
sounded like Donald Trump.
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
Protein style.
That was really good.
Crunchy lettuce.
Is that a burger?
No.
Yeah, it is.
That's actually
That's a
That's
burger.
a really interesting
That's
Are
question.
you talking about the
burger.
one with the lettuce?
Yes, lettuce wrap burger. That is 100% a burger.
If we're going by the official rules of Nathan's hot dog eating contest, you need that bun.
But
and
this
and
is-
most competitors, most
That's an
competitors will,
American construct.
but most competitors will say that the hardest part of that contest is the bun, and that's why they're dipping it in the water.
Well, actually, if we bring that up, now
If we
this
bring
is
that
great.
up,
If we
and
bring
now
it
here
up,
we go.
It's
This is
been
good.
brought up.
This is great.
It's
If we
been
bring-
brought up.
Oh, he's rubbing his.
If we bring up the Nathan's hot dog rules,
That's right.
they get rid of Kobayashi for partnering with the Impossible Meat.
Whoa, what?
Interesting.
Don't you even go down that road just because
I'm
you
back
ate.
to zero, baby.
No, you ate 8
I'm
hot
back
dogs.
to zero.
Wait, why are we counting hot dogs again? Like, is there a prize at the end for who
Someone
wins the
asked
most?
us at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I know that prompted this, but what are we doing it for?
No, just the tally.
for science.
for science, for curiosity.
You know
and
what?
as we said, maybe there should be a secret, a secret
society.
consequence, a secret consequence that we don't know about. We don't know if whoever has the most hot dogs gets a prize,
Or the
gets
least.
gets a paddling,
Or the middle.
or paddling.
or whoever gets the
I
least
don't think
gets
they
a
should get
prize.
a paddle. They should get smacked in the face with a hot dog or something like that.
That sounds worse.
A dog
If
slap.
I get to eat it afterward, I don't want to get smacked by a hot dog. Give me a hot dog.
Maybe.
Well, I'm sure you're going to want that bun if I have to smack you with it. You get smacked with a raw dog, that's going to hurt a little bit.
No, it's not.
I don't think I've had any hot dogs in like several years now.
Well, but no,
You
you've-
certainly
you've-
had like 8 in a 3-day span, which you should be in prison.
Not according to
According
the
to Los
official rules
Angeles laws.
of Nathan's hot dogs.
You should
I
be
haven't
in
had a hot dog
cuffs.
in a very long time.
Did they actually ban Kobayashi for
I don't know. I'm talking
partnering
a
with
little bit
Impala?
out of my ass.
Okay.
With that, I think they did. Ryan, you're familiar, right? Didn't they talk? Didn't they like? You were a big Kobayashi guy.
I don't know about Kobayashi. I just know that the most
talk
of the
about him
He's
more
a
than
big
anybody.
Kobe guy. I'm a big Kobe guy, but I will say that Kobayashi, I'm not sure. I just know that most competitors will say that the bun is the hardest part.
But that's
Sam? What?
Why is
Banned.
Kobayashi
He is banned?
Thank you,
banned?
Sam.
What did he do?
This is what we need. when I'm
Performance
doing
Tell us,
this.
enhancers.
Sam.
Was he just getting really high before the
No,
contest?
He did a deal.
Is
with-
that illegal?
Sam's doing recon in the van over
please. Yes.
I'm pretty confident that he did a deal with a alt meat. And they said that is a
there. How
direct
dare
competitor.
you? At the end of the day, though, don't they want this drama?
Oh yeah.
They
Well,
want it.
I
They
guess.
want it.
Because then
I
he
don't
can
know.
come back and it's a whole thing. But
Yeah.
then Netflix.
Don't say
What?
anymore. It'd be
What?
great if you just go, but the Netflix.
didn't they do their own hot dog contest?
I don't know.
Which was live.
Do you guys think you could
Sam's
do
gonna
Just
be
like
on
this.
You talking
fire
about Jake
trying to-
Paul versus Mike Tyson?
Do you guys think
No,
you could
no,
do
no,
the
no. He did a hot dog one.
9-9 challenge?
What are you talking about?
9 innings, 9 years?
999.
The 999 challenge.
I don't
It's-
want to do that.
You have 9 innings of baseball, and you have to finish 9 beers and
And
9
hot
hot dogs
dogs.
in that time.
No.
I think I could do it.
Okay.
I believe
Next
I
live
believe-
stream.
I believe you could do it.
I think I could do it.
Next live
I
stream.
don't think
is
you have any
999
problem with it.
No, the beer is actually the hardest part. The hot dogs
sure.
is easy.
What are we doing here?
It's easy, dude.
Welcome to Get Scared.
I'll do that shit.
We
in my
said it wouldn't
fucking
change.
Sleep. I'm not scared.
We
of that.
told you.
Look, maybe we should have sub statistics. So you have like the hot dog is like the overarching one. Then you have like how many of them were veggie? How many of them were meat? How many of them had a bun?
I think if it's in a casing and in between a bun, I think it's a hot dog.
No.
No, but hot dogs don't have casing.
Isn't it like a kind
Hot
of
dog have casing?
It has to.
Or it's
What
not,
keeps the meat
It's
in?
technically not casing in the way a sausage is. A sausage is a casing,
Vienna
right?
beef does. It's got that.
Well, please
snap.
educate me then.
I don't know. I'm also talking on my ass right now.
Well, then what the? You said that with such authority.
Oops.
We can't keep talking about hot dogs.
We really
I mean,
can't.
we could technically, like literally,
This
we
is
could.
the second episode
There's
in a row.
nothing preventing us. From
Okay,
doing
are we
that.
about ready to
But
close the poll?
people
And
love
you
hot
can't
dog
stop me
talk.
because we're
We can-
live now. I could keep talking
we
about
can
hot
close
dogs.
the poll. It's not really super conclusive.
I'll
I think
filibuster.
as
Is
we
it 50 to 50?
it's as we close it, does a hot dog without a bun count? 56% yes.
Yes!
Viva la bun.
Wait, with a-
43% no. Be serious. There's only two options.
so with a bun is the winner.
It's saying it needs the bun.
wins.
It
Husha!
counts without a bun.
Yeah, baby.
People are crazy.
The people have spoken. Hey, we can't
And this is
overrule
in the
the people.
context of the
Thank
hot
you.
dog
That
tally.
is wild.
In the context of the hot dog tally, it's
And
not
just
the
like how
bread
Samara
that's
is
killing
scarier
you.
than Xenomorph.
We might get to that later.
No, we're not going to bring
Oh,
that
The
up.
we
hot
should.
dog list, the bunless dog is a hot dog. Thank you to
I
the
don't-
people.
I don't-
Should we
I-
do that poll
I
later?
don't agree.
We may.
That may.
I don't agree.
But,
Yeah,
but before
maybe.
we do that poll, we would have to say this is the final say.
No. That's not what we do.
We've done that so many times, and you and I have won.
We won
so
every
many
time.
times, and then every time is the new time that we're going to relitigate it.
I think
You're
if we
right,
do
you're
this
right.
poll, if we do the poll that we're afraid to do,
I'm not
which
afraid
is-
of it.
No, but I think we would have to treat it as like,
ready.
where's it going to go this time? It's almost like an election. It's going to happen regularly, and people have to campaign
Okay.
for
Okay.
whether or not it should be Samara or the Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time for Watcher Werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here on
Sorry,
Get Scared.
All right. Let's see
I
it.
had too many.
Get
buttons.
Weird?
Get wolfed.
Get,
Maybe.
is it werewolf? Steven was saying this earlier. Do I say werewolf?
That's
to
as
him?
about a clean as intro as you're going to get.
Are you
Do you think they say
some kind of
werewolf? Where is wolf?
Raz Al Ghul?
I think it's werewolf.
Nice.
Werewolf.
Okay, here's how we're gonna play. And
You sure
again,
not talking about a there wolf?
Shut.
It's right there.
Hey,
that's good. Hey,
What'd you?
Good job.
Good job.
It's a there wolf. All right.
okay, here's how it's gonna work. We have the three of you are gonna play,
Okay.
and it's not gonna be your kind of traditional werewolf because that can take forever.
Is there no? Should we say out of the gate? There's no swearing on any loved ones' lives.
yeah. Can we get rid of that?
what?
We sort
That
of.
made it fun.
We sort of.
Nah, dude.
Steven's like, I got the clear.
We sort of,
Like, go ahead.
we sort of explored that.
We had fun with that. I think we can say we don't swear on loved ones' lives.
Okay,
No swearing
yeah,
on
yeah,
loves
yeah.
And no
loved
asking
ones.
to do it.
That's right.
I did not ask, by the way, last time. You just
You were the one that did.
volunteered.
I did ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bad. I'm bad for the show. I agree.
His shirt says it. Become goblin.
Become goblin.
He's done it.
Here's how it's gonna work. Everyone's gonna get a card. This one has a skull.
Okay.
Scary.
Good illustration.
That's getting
there.
me scared.
I drew this one.
Getting me.
I draw this one.
I draw this. I draw this one.
Like a toddler. Very nice, man. I'll put
I
that on
drew
the
this.
fridge when I get home. I promise. I'll buy a magnet and everything.
The other two people will have a lantern here.
Okay.
And then if you have the lantern, you are a villager. If you have the skull, you're a werewolf. Or
Oh.
you're,
Do you
dead
need a
or something.
bucket?
Yeah, we need a bucket.
I get popcorn bucket.
Wait, how come there's only three? Is there
What
not a fourth
accent
one?
was that?
We're gonna
There's a
do.
four, we're gonna do you three. The audience is gonna vote, and then I'll join in again for the.
Okay.
for the
I gotcha.
The audience is gonna vote on the first one.
Yeah, on both.
Are they going to say werewolf?
So
What?
we're making our pleas to the audience.
Yeah.
Oh,
We explained the rules already.
Yeah, so you're each gonna grab one. Don't look at it. Keep them folded. Keep them folded. Don't look into it. Just grab it and put it in your.
I know how to
put it
fold
on.
them.
Grabbed.
Grab. Don't look. Shane, you just.
I
look,
did
dude.
look.
Redo
You
it.
son of
Redo
a-
it.
Okay, I got to start over.
God, no honor. No honor
Shake
at
it
all,
up,
dude.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. You know that one?
Yeah, the cars.
That's right.
Okay, I grabbed. I'm going to hand you the bucket.
Don't look.
Don't
I'm
look
not
inside.
looking. How can I be looking?
If you guys see them
the only
cheating,
way you can
let
prevent
us know in the
yourself from
comments.
looking is by putting it above your head.
And that's gonna leave Ryan to take the last one, and you can look. 'cause
I
it really
mean, at
doesn't
this
matter.
point, it's like whatever, dude.
At this point,
Don't be
it's
so
like,
mad.
Yeah,
You know
just
what I'm
chill
talking about?
out.
You know what I'm
I'm
talking
so
about?
mad.
If I have a lantern, what does that mean?
Oh,
It's
it's starting.
It's already starting.
It's starting.
It's
Yeah.
already starting. I don't believe you.
But I have a genuine question. If
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a lantern, what does that mean?
That's good. That's good. That's very good.
Now you do it.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he has it.
I'm above that.
Oh, he can't even lie about
He
it.
can't even ask the question. It's Ryan.
It's not me.
Ryan, for the audience, give us your camera right here. Give us, if I have a lantern, what does that mean?
If I have a lantern, what does that mean?
Well, that's not convincing.
Why are you the
Why do you
werewolf
look
already?
so scared?
Why does that? I have a lantern.
You're doing what I usually do, which is I just inject some chaos into the proceedings.
No.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Yeah, he is.
I think we should sit on this a little bit. I feel like we should do something
fun.
else.
Oh, okay.
Why is that? Oh, let it marinate a little
just
bit.
Let it cook.
It's like when you
That's
put
probably
like
not good for
some like chicken in like a Ziploc bag and put that baby in the fridge.
While we cook
Ew.
on it,
Suck
so
in the juice.
should the person with the
uncooked.
Uncooked.
should the person with the skull try to sabotage the live stream?
No.
No.
Oh, you're trying to win.
It would be, it just come, they come push
Wait,
over.
why are we abandoning ship? Let's just play werewolf
No,
and
we're,
get this
we're
over
playing,
with.
we're playing.
We're simmering. We're simmering.
Okay.
All right. Let's. I'm going to open it up to make taking the work off of Sam and Meredith here. I'm looking at the chat here.
Okay.
Let's get some probing questions from.
Oh, now
from the
that's
chat.
interesting.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Let's
That's
do it.
interesting, man.
Let's go to probe
Professional
town.
producer.
Yeah.
Let's get some probing questions here. I will start just to give everybody a little bit of time.
Okay.
Wouldn't the only probing question be sort of, what card do you have?
Could be.
Or what's your motive?
Could be.
Okay, you begin.
You
begin
no, you just
now.
kind of ruin everything.
I'm sorry.
No, Ryan, let's start with you. Tell him, give me a couple sentences and say, plead your case here.
I am not the werewolf. I've never been the werewolf. And furthermore, I hate werewolves. So if you could help me find this werewolf, just point to them and I'll fucking kill them.
Wow. Dang. Someone did ask, Sonny asked, is Ryan in actor mode?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at him.
I'll fucking kill them.
That's actually interesting that you're
I'll kill them.
cursing.
Who asked
I'll
that?
kill
Sonny?
them
Okay.
lit by the dim moonlight. And they'll look up at the moon and wonder, why was I ever a werewolf? Is the last thing they'll say on this earth as I kill them.
Okay. Shane, it's your turn.
I guess I don't have to do a dramatic monologue. I'll just tell you I have the lantern.
Give me a couple sentences.
Couple sentences. I really don't have anything else to convince you here.
That Viola Witch said, how many sides are on the lantern?
How many sides?
Describe us the lantern from memory and you saw it.
Well, can I not look at my card to look at it?
I'm asking Shane.
Oh, okay.
From
But
memory,
very good.
it had a little sort of base platform, and then it had two little, like the glass orb. And then it had a top with a little loop on it, and it had three little rays on each side.
What now, Matt?
I wasn't listening. I was reading the chat.
You thought you got him? That was so good. You did.
I
so
did
good.
draw them.
I'm not making the decisions here. Much like we learned last week, I am the prosecutor.
You're God.
I'm leaving it up to
You're God.
yes, judge, jury, executioner, all those. I am leaving it up to the jury.
Prosecutor mustache man.
It is
Yes.
fun to have a jury out
Yeah.
there. Maybe we should
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
You need to be
Martha.
wiping your face
Yeah.
with like a towel.
It's kind of hot in here.
Should we call the live chat? Never mind. I just made it boring. I was gonna say, should we like say, should we say like,
Get
hey,
bored.
show up to jury duty this Friday for our Get Scared episode. All jurors rise.
The only show where you
If
are
you
the
don't
jury.
tune in, you'll go to jail.
Why don't you stop stalling, Steven, and convince everybody you're not the werewolf?
Okay. All right. Let me see my card.
Someone pointed
Why
out
do you have to remind yourself?
Yeah, why do you have to? You don't remember what you are?
So I have the
Let me look at my hand
lantern.
really quick.
Oh, man.
It
yes.
also.
Whoa,
Lantern.
don't
Oh,
show the
that's
don't
right.
show the don't
I'm
show
the werewolf.
cameras.
I forgot.
Can the camera see that?
Very close. Yeah,
Okay,
you're on
okay.
your close up, Steven.
Careful,
Okay.
man.
So
Easy.
the lantern is a pretty cute little lantern. Nice and cute.
I don't buy it.
Okay.
I'm not buying it, buddy.
And I'm not the werewolf.
It's staying on the shelf.
I have a question for the werewolf participants.
Okay, great.
This is me, Matt.
I'm out.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I would like each of you now to convince me. We'll start with Steven this time. He's
Okay.
chugging water.
Dry mouth over there, huh? Dry mouth.
Tell me that you are the werewolf. I want to see you all do this.
Why would I do this?
That you are the werewolf?
Yeah, I want you
Well,
to convince your camera.
You want me to say to my camera that
Yeah.
I am the
I
werewolf?
think this is helpful.
Okay.
This is interesting.
I am the werewolf.
It's kind of like I am Dracula.
I am the werewolf.
It's like an I am Dracula.
I am the werewolf.
I didn't know where that would go. That was actually kind of interesting.
It started being unconvincing and then
Yeah.
he owned it.
Yeah, he became the werewolf.
Yes.
All right, Shane, tell the audience in your camera right there. No, the other one. Yeah, there you go. Tell them that you are in fact the werewolf.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I am the werewolf. I drew the skull.
What does it look like?
I technically drew the skull.
What is?
I was about to say. That's what I thought
drew
too.
the skull.
That's what I thought too.
I
drew it from the
really need to
bucket.
get a clap on this.
When I saw it, I was like, this sucks because now I have to, lie about it.
And kill.
And, but that's who I am. And if you vote for me being the werewolf, you will win.
Do you win a prize? Do I win a prize if I'm the werewolf?
Oh, do we all vote?
What's in it for me for being the werewolf?
You can vote.
Not that I am the
I
werewolf.
guess we've put down our votes as well, huh?
We can vote.
You can put your vote. It will be irrelevant and it won't change anything, but you can do it. All right, Ryan, your turn.
Oh, which camera is it? This one? This one?
You know
1 point.
You know which
I
camera it is.
know.
I'm the werewolf. I'm the werewolf. If you're wondering who the werewolf is, don't wonder anymore. It's right here. I'm the fucking werewolf. And if you have any doubt in your mind, erase it because I'm the werewolf.
I like to eat people.
Oh, I thought it was my turn to talk.
I thought
it was my
it's
turn
in
to
my
talk.
blood and I can't
That's
resist
crazy.
The poll
talking
is
about
currently
it.
You know what's going to
Vote
happen?
now. The
I'm
poll
going to
is up.
use my big werewolf claws and I'm going to scratch.
I'm going to
gonna
strangle you.
I'm going to scratch your nipples clean off your chest.
I'm voting. Can I share my vote? I'm voting for Ryan. I'm sorry. You just seem so nervous today.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if it was because of that or what, but I think you're the werewolf.
I do also vote Ryan.
That's a bad call.
Bad
can
can
call.
I vote?
Yeah, you can vote.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
I think it's Steven.
I also concur. I think it's Steven.
Huh.
I think it's Steven.
Interesting.
Steven is the werewolf, not me.
I'm just joking. I didn't put a werewolf in that.
Did you really?
Oh,
Whoa.
that's interesting.
Wait, so it definitely is Ryan.
No, it's Steven.
I put a werewolf in there. I'm just kidding.
Well.
What's the poll saying? What are the folks saying?
That would have been good if you did that, though.
Yeah, it would have been a great way to cover up bad predictions.
Now, can we all agree before we reveal the poll results here?
We are killing the person who is voted the
That wasn't where I'm going. But I do like that. That's innovation that excites. But I will say
You can't kill what's already dead.
that if the poll shows itself to be incorrect, we could go ahead and wash away the hot dog ruling because this is a jury that's proven itself to not.
Damn.
That's pretty interesting.
That's pretty. You're a fucked
Wow.
up guy.
That's
I
a
just
witchy
feel
thing
like-
to say.
I feel like
fucked up guy,
if they
dude.
can't identify a
We should have
werewolf,
renamed the show "Fucked Up Guys."
If you can't
Hey,
identify
what up,
a
fuckheads?
werewolf out of a lineup, you should not be trusted to judge a hot dog.
Dang.
That's pretty
But,
interesting.
but okay. But if they're right,
If they're right, then then it stands. It's canon.
I just want to remind the chat and the audience that later you will be voting on who is the witchiest of the room today.
That's
and
true.
someone just
lied
accosted
to you. Someone just lied to you.
okay.
someone just accosted you and threatened.
I don't know if I threatened.
Though I
I'm
guess
just
we all
speaking truth.
lied and told the truth because we each gave them two.
That's
two
right.
two pitches.
That's a good point, Shane.
All right.
It's a good
I think
point.
we give it another 10 seconds to get those votes in.
This is honestly thrilling.
Get those
I
fingers
love
a
it.
tap.
And I hope if you're watching this after the fact, you're still playing along. If you're listening to the podcast on Monday or watching it after the fact,
Yeah.
put in your votes. Put in your votes, folks. We want to hear from you.
This feels like I'm on American Idol.
Yeah, everybody in the YouTube comments should type in immediately who they think it is and keep updating it as you
Now
change.
that's fun.
And then go later and
Try
say,
to influence
And then
Yeah.
respond to your own comment and be like, fuck. Or I got it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
right.
good.
That's fun.
All right. The polls are closed,
Okay.
I think. Yes, the poll is closed. The overwhelming vote, actually, not, it's pretty close. 47% for Big Apple Steve.
What?
Yeah, that's
47?
right.
What?
That's right.
For Big
That's
Apple
How
right.
could you? I feel so betrayed.
13 now, don't reveal anything just yet.
I just want to say that I am so sad.
That's crazy.
About that.
We always asking who the werewolf, not how the werewolf. And Steven right now is saying that he's very hurt.
Wow.
Oh,
he's-
like how is he doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you
Werewolf.
doing,
Where the who?
Wait, hold on. I'm not the werewolf though. Hold on.
All right, here's
I
what,
think
here's
you're
what
the
I like to do.
werewolf.
We have 47% for Steven, 13% for Shane.
What? Oh, wait, that
and-
makes sense.
And 38% for Ryan. So what I'd like
Wow.
to happen right now is, Steven, I would like you to show the audience your card, reveal it, and say, I have to say I am or
excited.
whatever it is.
I voted for Ryan. Okay.
I have to say, I am the villager. I hate you all. I hate you all. You are all wrong, including you, Ryan.
Wow, you're not good at this game.
Wow, dude.
What do you mean I'm not good at this game?
Wow, dude.
I deceived you all. Doesn't that mean I win?
Whoa. If Steven got Ryan correctly, that technically is a point for him. We're not necessarily playing the same way.
Okay, it's a different game.
So
though.
what I want now, Ryan, I want you to do the same thing. Show us what's up. Your camera.
All I have to say is, read
Whoa!
it and weep. I am not the werewolf. I'm not the werewolf. I'm a villager.
You idiots. You fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
And you were wrong about the hot dogs. You were wrong about the hot dogs.
Whoa.
I'll join in with you.
You also lost.
I don't care.
Wait,
Does that mean I win?
why?
You definitely win.
Wait, can I just, Ryan? Why were you so nervous?
Because I was trying to mess around.
Okay, that was dirty. That was a little
Messing
dirty
around.
move, you little dirty worm.
I was just messing around.
A lot of hurt people in the chat here
I'm
saying,
so
Sorry, I called you all
trusted you.
idiots.
I'm so yeah, I know. Well, first of all, everybody betrayed me. Thank
And
you.
it's like a double win for me because I had the lowest amount of votes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
In a scenario in which the objective was to pinpoint the werewolf, the top 2 votes did exactly the opposite.
Wow.
So you would
Wow.
argue that in a poll in which you're trying to figure out what is or isn't a hot dog,
Hey, look, I'll concede. I don't care.
Great job.
If it means I
Good
won
job.
this, yeah, do whatever you want.
You
with the hot
certainly,
dog.
you
Saying.
certainly did.
Yeah.
You
rules are
certainly did.
rules.
Jaw literally dropped, says Megan. Yeah.
Wow.
We're all.
Jaw feel?
Wow, we were all wrong. Everybody, every single one of us, except for 13% of you all.
I really did think it was you, Steven. I really did.
But why?
Because you had a fishy kind of aura to you.
See, that's the thing, though, is people think I'm fishy, even though I'm just being honest. I gotta go to my therapist about that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that's all about.
I think it helps you only in this game.
No, I lost.
That's true.
We got time for an Estes, or should we save
Should
that
we
for
just
another
save that
one?
for another one maybe and get into the questions?
Yeah.
Are you dying for an Estes method out there?
Because it's going to have to be a quick one.
Chime off. And while they chime off, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
see what
We'll be right back
God.
after this stream.
We're still here.
No, we're here still.
I think we can do a quick
Anybody?
Estes. Estes. I think we can do a quick Estes. Ryan, you prepare it. Yes.
Okay, so hey, for those who don't know, the Estes method is when we take a spirit box and plug headphones into it and then put those headphones on somebody who will just say whatever they hear from the spirit box, becoming essentially a speaker, if you will, a giant Bluetooth human speaker. And then I will use them to channel my conversations with the ghosts. So anything that the person in the headphones hears, they'll say, and I could use them to talk to these ghosts. So actually, I think it'd be really fun to put Steven in the headphones.
Yeah, we'll put Steven. We'll go ahead and have Steven do it. Shane's done it many times.
That's true.
We'll have Steven do it.
Should we start it now?
Yeah, we can start.
Okay,
right now.
great. Wait, hold on. Let me get the. Where's the spirit box?
It's very different.
plug this in, you're only gonna hear this.
I'm locked in.
All right, everybody, we're
All
doing
right.
the live Estes method here.
Wait, can we? Okay.
Ready? Now just say whatever you hear, Steven.
All right.
All
Wait, I hear like radio, like I hear music radio.
What?
Like I'm flipping through the channels on the radio right now.
just say whatever you hear. Say whatever you hear. Whatever voices you hear.
I see.
Okay. I guess spirits of Watcher HQ. Oh, this is fun.
That.
Why did you just wipe your wet hands on my hand?
No, I wanted to prove that I washed my hands.
Now I just think
Boomby.
you pissed all over my hands.
No, I washed my hands, so I wanted to put my...
Stop
to feel it.
touching me with the wet
This is a
hands.
live stream. I got
This
to
is.
Yeah, it certainly was a live stream. Okay.
This looks incredible.
7
by the way.
o'clock.
Does it look good? Should all our episodes be
So
this dark and scary?
what happens at 7 o'clock? I'm sorry, Spirit. I was distracted.
Oh, Steven's doing it.
Yeah, Steven is locked in.
Jeans.
Yes, I'm wearing jeans.
Oh, I'm never...
Okay, so we are here at Watcher HQ, and technically you could open up a door anyway.
Fly away.
I'm not going to fly away. I'm going to stay
Ryan,
here.
have you ever experienced ominous things here at the office? Has
Vermin.
anyone?
Not this office. The other one I had, though. Who's a hermit? Are you a hermit? Would you say that you like staying at home?
Foo?
Foo. Fighters? Dave Grohl.
Sounds like I'm talking.
Dark
Sounds like I'm
Knight.
talking to one of my uncles.
Dark Knight?
Dark. Okay, dark.
Shane Party.
That sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Shane does party. Do you party?
Let's go.
I'd love to go.
Let's
I'd love
go.
to. It's Friday night, Spirit.
Is this a new series, Shane Party?
What would you like? Where would you like to party? We're in LA, Spirit. Could you tell us your name?
Mexican?
Okay, well
Careful,
that's
Spirit.
a little racist.
Oh, man.
Okay, I mean, no one typically knows.
Funding for
Okay, no,
Mexican funding
Mexican
for
funding for.
Shane Party?
love.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Well, we all want love.
We all want love, don't we?
Do you want love?
Ah.
Oh.
I want love, but it's impossible. You got that one, folks?
We're trying to see if our office is haunted. Whoever I'm talking to, could you please tell me your name?
One is only.
One is only. What does that mean?
Consumers.
One is
One
only.
is only consumers.
What kind of fucking TED Talk ghost are we talking to here? One is only. One is only what? Who's the one that I'm talking to?
Something in Spanish I don't understand.
Okay.
Just tell me your name.
Ignorance.
If it's ¿Cómo te llamas?
Reward.
Okay, well that didn't work. What's the reward? No, first off, just to prove I am talking to somebody right now, could you please tell me your name? That would be very helpful. My name is Ryan. Could you say Ryan or can you say your name?
I'm Shane. What's your name? Say your name.
It's very simple. Just say your name, please. We'd love to talk.
Homeowner.
Okay,
I'm
that's just
glad there was another syllable.
Very braggadocious of you. Okay. What is the name of said homeowner, please?
Blood.
Your name is
Blood
not,
the homeowner.
Your name is not Blood. Okay. Is that like your nickname or something like that?
Starting.
Blood starting. Sounds scary.
Okay, we're not getting anywhere here.
Closing.
I want people
Taste?
listening to know that when we go on ghost hunts,
Fun.
this goes on for 20 minutes. And it is.
Yeah, but what you don't understand is sometimes it actually is very compelling and you're clearly talking to something. Whereas like right now, I just feel like we're hearing random words.
Because it might not be haunted here.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Huge part.
Huge part. Okay.
Oh, maybe for Ryan. Maybe
Oh,
I don't think so.
huge part. Like in a movie.
or the pit.
What is the
Well,
name?
maybe the pit. They'll show
I'll ask one last time just to see, get a
Winner.
Okay,
huge
well,
part winner.
I want to establish a baseline. Could you please
Medical.
Could you please tell me your name? Oh,
Huge part winner. Medical. You're going to be on the pit.
could you please tell
They're
me
going to
your
wheel
name?
you in. You're going to go, I got to take my sloth bear.
Need now.
I need your name right now. Please tell me your name. We're recording live. There's a lot of people listening to you right
You're
now.
live.
Baby.
You're live, baby.
You're live, baby.
Yeah.
What's your
How
name?
long do I go for, by the way? This is me
This
talking.
is a question I'm always asking
I could do this forever.
on set when we do this.
They'll pull you out a little bit longer. A little bit longer.
Okay, keep going. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Go for another minute. I don't know.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
You
I'm
have
putting
1 minute,
on the
Spirit?
clock, Spirit. Please tell us your name or we're going to hang up the phone.
Wait. Now it sounds. He's. Wait.
What's he doing?
Sorry. This is me talking.
What does it say?
Before
Before
what?
I cut you off. You have a minute, dude.
40 seconds.
If I'm actually talking to somebody right now, you have 1 minute to
You're
tell
like-
me your name.
There's 250,000 people watching right now.
I don't think so.
What do you want?
Close.
I just told you what I wanted, which is your name.
20 seconds?
Okay, yeah, you have about 20 seconds. That's actually pretty compelling.
Yeah. Something.
If you tell me your name in 20 seconds, I'll keep this going.
YOLO.
Nope.
Now it's Steven talking.
No.
Yeah, he switched to Steven.
10 seconds.
Bottles drawn.
9, 8, 7.
Say when.
6,
Yeah.
5, 4. No, you blew it.
Window.
Nope, your window's gone.
All right.
Pull Steven
And
out. Pull
That's
Steven
it.
out.
Steven, you're done. Thank you.
How was that?
That was good.
Well, I don't think we actually got anywhere, to be honest.
The fact that it's not illuminating is interesting in and of itself, isn't
That's
it?
right.
Because we
this
learned
this place is not haunted.
this place is clear.
Clean.
Clean.
I turn on the spirit box every room I enter.
You do. He doesn't go anywhere without that thing.
Public restrooms,
So when you do that
movie theaters,
method,
restaurants.
sorry, insincerity, are you actually getting good data at some places?
Some places, yeah.
Are more haunted?
At some places, yeah.
Okay, so like actually me getting nothing out of this was like affirming to this method.
I mean, I also still believe that you could do it anywhere. Anywhere you call out for something, you could get something to answer that call.
Even a non-haunted space?
Yeah, because you're opening a door for something, so it could be good or bad. I would recommend not doing that at your home. I don't do it at my home. Certainly, Mari would kill me.
Very Stranger Things-esque.
So, why mess with it?
True.
I don't mess with that stuff.
Okay.
Well, how fun was that? We have some time for some questions.
Hey.
We got a little. This is the first time we've done mail time on Get Scared.
And then we're doing a witch wolf.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. You can still, the polls are still, not open yet, but the voting has not happened yet for the Witch of the Room. We will be crowning episode 75's Witch of the Room. And
Nice.
I think there's 3 great candidates.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I took him for a spin with that first werewolf.
That's right.
I'm not above witchiness
You're very
tonight. I'll tell you
a
that.
nasty man. You're a nasty, nasty boy.
Maybe we should get that witch poll up like halfway through the questions so people can marinate on
That's
it.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
like it.
Let me do my job.
Micromanaging from this side of the mic.
Very witchy of you to do
Pretty
that.
witchy.
That's a witchy
Pretty witchy,
thing
but
to
also
do.
pretty witchy of you.
Yeah.
But you're not in the run. Are you in the running?
He is.
I didn't
He
think
should
so.
be.
I wouldn't have said
Let's
that if
be
I
real.
thought I was going to be. All right. Before, does everybody understand in the chat what the Witch of the Room is? Because we said that we were going to do a primer, but we didn't really do a primer.
I think it would be fun to revisit real quick, just
All right.
as a primer.
Real quick, we're going to watch the clip from where the Witch of the Room, where the Witch of the Room originated. So let's take a quick look at that right now.
And this do we need the context that it refers to the xenomorph Samara?
We were doing a poll about. I don't think you need that context.
Okay.
Let me see here. We and I'm not going to lead you at all, but we had a horror villain icon tournament.
That's right.
Here, and who would you choose? Final word here from Aubrey from the Sorrel Weed House. Who would you choose as the most iconic horror villain between Samara Morgan and the Xenomorph from the Alien franchise?
I like the hesitation and the deep thought.
Well, yes, please take your time.
I do like that.
Just because I've already had like a weird situation with it, I'm gonna stick with Samara.
Let's go. Let's.
I mean, it is a
Team Vera.
Ryan, it's a matter of opinion. Ryan. Let's be real.
Now it's a matter of opinion. But when it was my opinion, it was like I was the witch. I was the witch of the witch of the room.
You were the witch. You were the witch of the room.
Unbelievable. Burned at the
Every
stake.
week we pick a witch of the room.
Metaphorically.
And I guess this week it's me.
And you know what? A lot of people in the comments did agree. They were
And
saying,
then a lot of people disagree.
And there was a lot of people that did agree. There was a lot of people that did agree.
Oh boy, it's happening again.
I did say that Aubrey was the final word on it. And
You
so
did say you were the. Yeah, that's right.
I'm not happy about it. But
Chill out.
So that's the primer for you. We'll be throwing that poll up in just a little bit. Who is the witchiest of the room today here on episode 75? Can you even believe it?
75.
That's a lot.
What do we do for 100?
Will we make it?
100
I don't
hot dogs.
Olay.
100 hot dogs between the four of
100
us.
hot dogs.
We don't leave this room until we finish them.
That seems like a really bad episode of a podcast.
How is it?
I'm not good for 25.
Can you
hot
eat
dogs.
25 hot dogs?
Well, now if we can do it without the bun, sure.
Could we do
No, I
That
don't think I
sounds
could even
so
do that.
gross. Sounds so gross. You
Yeah.
need that
They're
bun.
not that big.
That's a Watcher TV exclusive for sure. All right, let's get into the questions here. We got
These are coming straight from you. Oh, and here
There's the
comes the
mail
old mail truck. But it's a Get Scared
Bark or
mail
no
truck
bark?
now, and it's got
It's got pandemic
got
Shane
me.
as a witch.
as the mail hag
It's pretty good.
driving that car.
You're the witch there.
like every time, we haven't said it in a while, so I'm going to say it again. Oh, this light got so bright.
That's right.
If you have a voicemail, if you want to leave us a voicemail, if you have a question, give us a call at 818-275-4585. That's 818 you ask I Luke. You can also give us an email at AskWatcherPods@gmail.com. You can also send us a message at Get Scared Pod on Instagram. Woo! There you go.
All of those.
All right, this one comes from Ryan, and we'll be a little quick on these. Just to get through so many. This comes from Ryan.
It comes from Ryan?
Oh, I don't
This
remember.
one comes from Ryan Campbell here.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I don't.
If you could
remember.
dispense a different liquid from each of your 5 fingers, what would you choose?
I thought they were going to say.
Wow.
Oh, shoot.
I thought they were going to say holes.
It's like that alien from Signs in Scary Movie 3. Let's see.
Different from each
Wow.
of the. See, this is what.
This is good.
What did I do with my pencil? Because now I want to write this down.
This is good because I think about it like colors. Like, do you want to have like the primary colors and then you can make more colors with those colors? Or do you want to have highly specific fingers where you're actually making like cocktails?
I'm going to go straight from the top of the dome here and just going to go. One finger is going to be Corona, like some sort of like a beer.
Smart.
Okay.
Second,
You're drinking your own bodily fluids, though.
second finger.
It's fine.
is
Yeah.
fine.
You can do that.
Extremely quick answer on that.
Second one would probably be coffee. Third, maybe some Arnold Palmer. Is that possible? Could I make it an Arnold Palmer?
No, that's two different. That's two.
No, you
different
can,
liquids.
though.
So I'd have to
No,
use
but
my
that's
pinky.
two different liquids.
Okay,
So you have
then
to go Arnold and then Palmer?
okay, one finger's gonna be water because you would need that, and that would be helpful if you're extra-handed somewhere.
Water's a good one.
I probably would do
What kind of water?
I mean,
LaCroix.
no, that'd be
Still.
Like
I just want
Fiji?
still water. No, I just want like
Smart
actually, you know what? My
water?
favorite water, Kirkland water.
Kirkland. Good choice.
And then my thumb would dispense what would it dispense? It would dispense you know what? Tequila. And then my fifth
You would be like,
I could give myself a thumbs up. And then my pinky would then dispense for my final liquid. Let's see. I want to say milk, but I don't drink that much milk.
Then why would you say milk?
but then you
Because it's good in situations like
Yeah.
if you had a chocolate chip cookie.
or
if
you have a
wanna-
baby.
You know what? I'll go milk tea.
You could finger
my
feed.
last finger will be milk tea.
You're locked in on those.
That's unlocked.
Now, anything they say, you can't go back.
That's fine. No, you know what? I'm changing
Nope,
it. No,
you're
no,
locked in.
wait.
I
No,
just said you're locked
wait.
in.
You didn't go. Once they said something, you said I'm locked in. So because I realized pinky, by the way, milk tea, that's 2 liquids. I can't even do that.
Ah.
Oh, good. Okay. All right.
So my pinky is
Allow
actually
you to
going to,
change
my
it.
pinky is going to dispense ranch.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Is that a liquid?
That's a liquid.
Liquid. Yeah.
I think
I'll give it to you.
counts. It counts.
When are you going to need that? All the time.
Steven, any thoughts?
I don't love
You're
his
living your middle
choices.
finger.
Why are you just flicking off the?
I'm going through my fingers.
That's
What
how
do
my
I want?
grandma used to point. She used to point legitimately with her middle
Only at you?
finger, only at me.
Yeah.
Is it a culture, like an American cultural thing to be flick somebody off, or like because in I don't know. Anyway, all right, 5 fingers, 5 drinks. I'm gonna go with
It's not 5 drinks.
okay, fine, 5 liquids. 5 liquids.
I'm just helping you out.
Thank you. Well, you guys know what the first one's gonna be. It's gonna be matcha green tea,
Yeah.
obviously, and then to be able to make that into a latte, I gotta go oat milk. So I got matcha and oat milk as the first 2.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, I do gotta go water because you could see me in any stranded situation. I would be able to provide people with water. I'd be the
Let
ball
me
of
stick
the
my finger in your mouth.
bell of the ball.
You
Open
could put
up.
You could put it in a cup.
I know, but it'd be funny if you're like, ah. I love that.
And I'm trying to think of like what is a very like something that you could sell, because if I'm gonna be working, I want to be making some money here, right? So I want to
Yeah.
put some time in. So what is like a
Steven's finger juice.
oh, I don't know. I mean this is not okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. It's gonna be disgusting.
Oh, God.
But one of the
Okay. Thought that was the liquid for a second.
but one of the things about and I don't know, I've explained this before. I'm expecting a child relatively soon, and we're getting prepared for it. And so one of the things that as the guy, I can't help on a lot of things, right? I can't help with carrying the baby or breastfeeding. But if I could help my wife in any way possible, I would.
So
Yeah.
breast milk.
So breast milk. And that shit is
really sweet.
valuable too.
Yeah, you could sell that.
That's right.
More valuable than formula.
Stephen Lim's breast milk.
That's right.
Stephen Lim's finger lick.
Stephen Lim's finger licking.
Let me get some of that booby juice, Stephen. Please.
Good intentions.
Nosferatu.
Maybe
Finger looking good.
And then the last one, Diet Coke. Everybody loves Diet Coke.
And Diet Coke.
Everybody loves Diet Coke.
It's good.
Sorry.
That's good.
All right.
Okay, I wrote mine down. I've got all my fingers mapped. Thumb Coke Zero.
Oh, specifically the fingers.
Nice.
Thumb Coke Zero, because
you did that.
Well, I was going through.
Well, and
my
I'm
fingers.
thinking about it strategically. So Coke Zero, because if you give someone a thumbs up,
it comes out,
and you can give them like a little taste of Coca-Cola.
Wait, does this mean that I can never give a thumbs up again? Because every time I do that,
I think you can control it. It's not like
Tequila's gonna shoot.
Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sorry.
Index finger. This is the index, right? Coffee.
Nice.
Hot coffee.
Ouch.
Light roast.
Coffee.
Middle finger, half and half.
Okay.
And that's strategic because I can take these two and just, into a mug.
Dump them.
And I can dump them.
You dump yourself in that mug.
The other, what finger is it? Ring finger. Seltzer.
Okay.
Now I know I can make seltzer at home. I could just do a little,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I like seltzer water.
Okay.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
I want some fresh seltzer.
No one's arguing with you, dude.
We all like
and
seltzer.
my pinky. The pinky's for milk.
What kind of milk?
And I know I've got half and half and milk.
Wait.
You're a creamy
You
usually-
can have half and half. Sorry, I was paying attention.
The
to
creamy
something else.
Whole milk?
That's
I can
two
have half and
liquids.
half.
No, that's two different liquids.
It's literally half.
Well,
and
what
half.
is Coca-Cola? It's made up of a bunch of different
allowing
liquids.
That, but I think
No.
Right. In the interest of moving
You're
on,
getting pretty witchy over there, if you ask me.
You can't
Trying
do
to
that.
impose your witchy rules on me about
What is half
about
and
my
half is
pinky
milk
milk?
and cream?
I don't know. I think so.
So then why wouldn't you just go milk cream?
Yeah, instead of
I have no use for cream.
No,
On its
for
own.
half and half.
Yeah, I think it would make more
I guess
sense.
maybe there's a world where I could
for cats.
use some cream.
That's right.
I guess maybe there's a world where I could use some pinky cream.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why do
That
you
sounds
sound
pretty
so
nice,
sus when you
actually.
say that?
All right, let's move on. We're a little
Shane
over
just
here.
creamed himself.
We're a little over here, but
Can you imagine shaking someone's hand and all your liquids? Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, so sorry.
Sorry, I got a little Coke Zero and
Trying to
coffee
get a
and
handle
half
on
and
that.
half and
Just
seltzer and
happens when I get excited.
breast milk on you.
I want to. Oh my god! I want to get through some more of these questions here.
Zamboni.
But this question is from Patricia, and this is just for Ryan, so everybody else can take a seat. Here.
Woo, thank goodness.
Other than I am not my fear, how do you overcome your fears?
Huh. That is a good question, I guess. I just kind of put myself in situations that I'm scared of. And then
What do you call it? Like exposure therapy?
it's like exposure therapy. I just let the gods decide, and hopefully over time I could build a resilience.
Are there, if you're comfortable sharing this, are there like other concrete examples of times that you've done that?
Any new endeavor I've ever done in my life, like
Really?
sports or even acting, stuff like that, things that have scared the hell out of me, I've always tried to go out of my way to do them.
That's great.
Because then you find out something every time. That's that. Just put yourself
Acting
in the
scares you?
Of course, it's one of the most vulnerable, raw things you could do. In my opinion.
And that's what we were saying when we were on the set of The Rookie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. No, I just think it's good to put yourself in situations where you're scared. It's the only time you really grow.
And that's why this show's called Get Scared, because we want you to grow.
So it really should be called
That's why
Get
we
Grow.
This is about, it should be called, no.
Okay.
I'll say that about a year ago, not today, but this time last year, I decided that I was going to start doing things that scared me. And just if the fear was the reason I wasn't doing them, I was just going to check it off.
Exactly.
What was-
And it's like stand-up comedy and
Yeah.
like being on stage and doing like kind of improv and clown stuff and all sorts of things.
Was it scary?
Gotcha.
They're always scary.
It's always scary.
It's scary every time. But you do grow.
You grew.
Get Grow.
That's what it's
Get
all
grow.
about.
I'm pitching it.
All right.
I'll put a poll up.
It doesn't,
You can't stop me.
You don't know how to put a
doesn't
poll
really
up.
make sense.
I don't know.
Get
I'll put one
Grow.
up on my Instagram.
Get
There you
Grow
go.
doesn't really.
Should we change the name again 2 weeks later?
Yeah,
to
you guys
Get
all
Grow?
into that?
Get Grow.
All right, next question here. Let's see.
This comes from Birdie.
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 Birdie. Tiger.
Would you rather have one of the other guys or your wife pick a scary adventure to go on? And who would pick the scary adventure for you? Like if you had to go on a scary adventure, would you prefer to leave it up to the other two in the room?
No.
Heck no.
No, I definitely would have my wife pick that.
Yeah, I think we'd all have our wives.
She would be nice.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't
Sarah
mind Shane doing it, but Ryan, I feel like would try to kill me.
Ryan would be the worst person to be. Sarah would be very concerned about my safety. So
that's smart.
You know, I don't know what kind of a scary adventure she would send me on. If the directive were to send us on a scary adventure, what do you think your wives would send you on? Look, truly, and if the criteria was it has to be scary, a scary adventure.
I don't know. Therapy? I'm just kidding. I go to therapy, which is scary.
Diving into yourself, the scariest thing of all.
I think you would pick something less scary than my wife would. I think my wife would have a sick joy from sending me on a scary mission. That's why I love her.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Sarah would have a very hard time doing that because she doesn't. She doesn't.
She wants you to come back.
Come back.
Yeah.
Would Mari do something scary, or do you think she'd do a mild scary thing?
I think she would do a mild scary thing because it's kind of funny to her, but she doesn't have it in her to do something that would be truly sinister.
But you like that though.
That she's like that?
No, you like going through very scary scenarios.
Doesn't mean she likes me going through them.
I see.
If I had to pick for Ryan, I would have him waterboarded.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
If I had to pick for Shane, I would make him spend a full day where he has
heroin,
where he has no option to exit the situation, where he would have to be lockstep with Byron and I at a theme park.
That sounds rough.
Can't leave.
There's your answer. All right, and I gotta pick.
We're rope dropping.
I gotta do one more here. One more question. This comes from Mary. And try and think back. And I feel like we all might have this. And I know that, we try not to spring these questions on you normally when we do the pod, but these came just now.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
But this comes from Mary.
Something about her.
All right.
Oh, I was going to say she's quite contrary.
Stephen, would you like to
You
do
did
one?
something from 1998 and I did something from 1920.
Nice.
All right.
19.
I don't want to. The
Steve, what do you
poll is
got?
live, by the way, so I don't want to say
That's
anything
true.
anymore.
That's
You don't want to
Smart.
participate? Bit witchy.
That is pretty witchy of you.
No, I want to
backfired.
participate. I want to participate in a way that's constructive and helpful to the conversation.
Here's the question. What is your earliest memory of being scared? Now we've talked a lot about, oh my gosh, we've talked a lot about movie scenes that scared us. Audience,
Real life things?
Next week's episode is so fun.
Yeah.
We can I spoil it?
Yeah.
We put Stephen through a ton of really scary horror movie scenes.
Oh, yeah. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
He's squirming the whole time.
You know when I went home
Sometimes
that
he
night?
just goes catatonic.
I did. I went home and I just lied in bed and stared at the ceiling for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was very scary.
Pretty good.
Very stressful.
So that'll be out next week. That'll be a very fun app. Yeah. Do you have a first memory of being really
I
scared?
do. I don't remember what movie I saw, but I saw a scary movie at my friend's place for Halloween, and I ran home. I ran home through the
Really?
woods.
Through the woods?
Yes, at night. It's not that far. It was like a 3-minute run, but that was the scariest, earliest memory.
And I'm curious before you all answer, I have a thing where like my memories before the age of, I don't know, 10 or whatever, I have a hard time, especially like when you get to like, if you're saying your first memory of being scared, I don't know like what was first. Like I don't have a chronological
Well, no one's going to be
order.
able to check you on this, so just say
No, but I'm asking, do you guys, I'm curious if you guys have that. Are you like, yes, that was the first time I was scared?
It's not the first time, but
I can think of moments that's when I was a child that I was like, oh, this is what the world is.
Sure.
I don't think I like it all that much. Getting attacked by a
That's
dog.
scary.
I flipped over when I was in a pool and I flipped over in a raft. And I was maybe
That's
3.
That's scary
I was very scared.
because you almost died.
Yeah, I got close to death.
Okay.
Yeah. I love grinding the show to a screech.
Yeah, I know. Because
I wanted to live in that
trying to
moment.
think of like one thing that scared him.
No, I have memory. I don't know which one. I've talked before about the time a husky chased me in my neighborhood. And It was very scary.
Oh, was it a husky?
It was a husky.
Scary.
And I ran into a neighbor's house. A neighbor who I didn't know. And I was like, let me in. There's a dog chasing me.
Yeah.
They let me in and they were like, who are you? And they were very nice. They were like, come on in. But the other thing that I remember vividly is going to like a local haunted house. You know, one of the classic like Halloween haunted houses.
Yeah.
Where it's like a maze almost. It was like a bunch of, it was like the teen youth putting it on.
Yeah.
Through like a local organization or something. And I was very young and I was very scared of it. And my brother was a little older, so he was excited. My parents were excited. And they were taking me, and I had built it up in my head as this very scary thing. Loud music, flashing lights, people in masks. And I remember my mom was carrying me, or my dad was, I can't remember who. And I was just like, just grabbing them. And I was crying as they were taking me through it. I was like, I don't like this.
Oh my god.
And then one of the masked people jumped out and they were like, ah! And I was like, ah! And they were like, hello. And I was like, okay, thank you. Like in that moment, they recognized, here's a screaming child. I'll give him a little wave and and it made me feel a lot better. And that was the last time I was ever.
And you said never again on that one.
Maybe, kind of, yeah.
I don't know if I remember a specific instance, but I just know that I was very, very concerned about vampires. I remember that.
Oh, you said this
very,
before.
very vividly.
You touched on that, yeah.
Like I remember to the point where I had wanted to go to sleep with like a turtleneck on.
You could still do that.
And that wouldn't even really work.
Well, I figured because of the turtleneck, the vampire would have to peel the turtleneck down to bite me on the neck, and
that would wake you up.
that would wake me up.
Yeah.
Oh,
So sometimes I would actually go to sleep and wrap a blanket around my neck,
It's pretty cool.
not like in a weird way, but
Sure.
like you know,
Nobody
What's
was
the
thinking
weird
that.
way? What's the weird way?
you
You've
know.
said this before. We're moving on.
You know
All
what I'm
right.
talking about. That vampire would be like that. I got to unravel that sheet from that kid's neck.
Stop talking.
Not worth it. Not worth it. It's not worth it.
All right. Thank you so much for the question. Sorry we didn't get to everybody's. We did this show. We wanted to really pack the live app.
That was exciting though, getting live questions.
That
was really fun.
It is fun. One last thing before we get out of here. The Witch of the Room.
The Witch of the
nice.
Room.
You know what they say? DWOTD. W.
Who's it going to
No.
be?
Damn it.
The Witch OTR.
Oh,
This is like in the
ODW.
Oscars when they show the
ODR.
people's faces when they're nominated and they're like,
Yeah, I should have done that.
DWODR.
yeah.
I'm going to do it with a little.
Oh,
Just doing
you should have a speech.
Thanks.
Winner gets a speech.
Winner gets a speech.
Whoever wins deserves it.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to just kind of do the roulette here. Who is it going to be? Beep, boop, bop, boop, beep, boop.
Are you
bop,
going to
boop,
land
beep,
on the
boop.
winner?
Episode 75. Witch of the Room.
That's
and he's,
very-
and he's
Oh my
doing
God,
it right
it's
now.
me, everybody.
He's doing
That's
it right
well deserved.
now.
It's because I boomed their asses
That's
in
well-deserved.
Werewolf. I think
That's
we all know.
boomed their
That's so
asses.
well deserved.
I think everybody
Thank you.
nailed it.
Thank you.
I think everybody
appreciate
nailed it.
I worked hard for it and I earned it. And yeah, I'll be honest. I'm the Witch of the Room.
That's true.
When I walked in here, I thought, I don't know if they're going to figure out that I'm the Witch of the Room.
Yeah.
But I
Kind
am
of a
tonight.
prolonged werewolf.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
were doing the long game.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you, everyone. I'm very honored, very touched. I don't know if I should be, but I am. Folks,
Okay.
That was a great app.
this was a lot of fun.
It was.
Thank you all for joining us live tonight. If you're watching or listening on Monday, we hope you've enjoyed listening to the live version of this. We hope to do more of these. So we're always welcome to feedback if you want. We'd love to do more of these lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a ton of
A
fun.
lot of fun. Like we said, we're also doing a live debrief a week from Friday, which will be very exciting. We're going to be doing that on WatcherTV. You can get that where your apps are harbored. So
Sure.
look for that. Anything else to say before we go? Big thanks to Meredith and Sam for monitoring the comments over there and keeping those polls up.
I really need to get claps in here.
And of course,
I just have to say,
Great job.
Nice.
And of course, Matt Ariel on the ones and twos.
Thank you, Matt.
thank you.
For pioneering this live technology.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
Sleep for 3 days.
That's going to do it for us, everyone. Thank you again so much for being here. We've had a great time tonight. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And we'll see you next time.
See you all later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.